fish say or something. Check it out. Holy oh yes. There's certainly no bloody freebies today. G'day, welcome back to Black Creek. Been a little while between videos, but we're back on the water. We've got the Royal Wolf rigged up on a nice long leader, and today we're going to try to chase some browns. We've walked past a lot of good fish to get where we are today. We've given up some really good water in the hope of going for one big bugger that I saw a few trips ago and missed the take on. You may remember this scene. Yeah, that one where he came up and yeah, we did the old Black Creek normal routine and pulled the fly out of his mouth, or he rejected it, or some evil bloody fly fishing curse befalled us. Anywho, that's enough waffle. Time to head upstream and see if we can put something on the board. The thing about stalking these nice slow pools is the trout doesn't have to move a whole heap to stay where he is, which makes it a little bit harder to spot when they're sitting dead still and they're the same colour as the rocks. There's a little bit of sun, so they may cast a shadow. We just take our time, sneak along, and if all the stars line up, we'll get in behind one that hasn't spotted us or heard us and try not to line him. A lot of things have to line up to catch a bloody fish, don't they? You just keep trying though. You've got to keep trying. Just concentrate. Do your best. What did Winston say? No one can guarantee success in fishing, only deserve it. That's the motto we're going to run with today. We'll try our best. We'll try hard, and if we fail, well, then it hasn't been through lack of effort. By jingo, she's bloody hard work. We've seen two very scared looking fish. Somehow I managed to ninja up on them relatively quietly, and they were pretty well spooked before I got there, sitting still, not feeding, and then one cast, and I'm going to say by normal trout fisherman standards it was a pretty good cast. By Black Creek standards it was pretty bloody good. I put them both underneath the bush. They've just disappeared underneath the bloody edge of the river. Spooky trout, low water. It's going to be a tough day. It's going to be a bloody tough day. I'm just cruising along a likely section and everything looks really good, but man alive, can I spot a bloody fish? There should be one in here. Right, it's got flow and it's got cover. I might just take a really slow approach. There has to be fish in here. Surely there's fish in here somewhere. I've just got up to the pool where the big fella is, and I've spotted another one sitting just downstream. It's not a bad looking fish, but I really want to just creep up a little bit further and see if I can get the big guy. And the big guy is what we've come here for, and it should be just over this rise. There he is, just over the far side. So that's the guy we want, and there's another guy just down there. Unfortunately, that guy down there is going to go upstream and probably spook that guy, which is the one we're after. So what do we do? He's just cruising up. Okay, let's have a crack at old mate that's just sitting down in front of us, and if we can hook him, we'll take him downstream, because if we spook him, he's going to bolt up there and spook the big guy regardless. So we'll ninja back, we'll crawl out of here and have a crack at old mate. Well, it turns out we're not the only buggers out looking for a trout today. Giant bloody eel's just turned up. He's parked up just down over there. It's probably why they look a bit spooked. It'll probably be enough to ruin your nymphing session. Oh well, while the eels and the trout sort themselves out, we'll have a cheese sandwich and contemplate our next move. Hopefully the next move involves casting a royal wolf at a big feeding trout that's not being harassed by an eel. We'll take what we can get though. I think we're on to about plan D or E at the moment. Yes. He's back. He's back. Gonna give him a couple of minutes to settle. See if he'll start feeding. I'm poked. I am absolutely shattered. I think my left thumb's about to fall off from scrapping this dude out. It's the one we came to get. That's the one we came to get. It's a magnificent fish. Coloration's off the hook. And the nymph pulled as he went into the net. You bloody beauty. On the board, bloody beauty. Hey, so maybe a video ago or 2 videos ago, this joker Dylan, pretty sure it's Dylan, sorry if I got your name wrong, man. Fishing Forever Films, or Forever Fishing Films. He's on YouTube, check him out. He absolutely carves up in these canals, but he goes, hey man, tell us more about your rig, and waffle to the camera a little bit more, so just for you, mate. So this is I'll see if you can see that. I don't know, it might be out of focus, probably is, who knows. This is my go-to. It's a size 14 tungsten pheasant tail, and it's about all I use when I'm not using a dry fly. It's got a little 2.5mm tungsten bead, one of those depth charger jobs, a bit of pheasant tail hackle coming off the back, copper wire, and a I guess we'll call that a peacock hurl thorax. Pretty good, pretty solid, easy to tie, no real drama, and I don't know, I guess this stuff here probably moves and the fish get all excited and then come along and smoke it. This is basically crystal meth for trout, for brown trout around here. The other fly that I had on, oh yeah, so that's on about 1 metre a dropper, and then I got this bugger. This here is a crystal stimulator, crystal stimmy, and it's the Royal Wolf stimmy. It's got the old bloody bit of red there. I like using these because they are attention. You throw them on the water and they scream, look at me, and gets the trout looking up, and then normally they come along and see the nymph, and whammo, off we go. And then the rest ends up on this channel, and you guys see me run up and down the river trying to haul in a monstrous trout on a tiny little fishing rod. Whew. Yeah, waffle. There you go. So there you go, Dylan. That's my setup. The rod is a Airflow Creek. Oh, geez, I don't know if you can see that, but he put me underneath a big rock. He put me underneath a big rock, and the good old buddy. Oh, Jesus! Look at that. It's a bit frayed. Crikey dickens. This is Trout Hunter nylon, and he put me underneath those big bloody rocks just down there and kicked my ass underneath there, and I had to jump down and try to haul them out like pulling a bloody groper out of a groper hole. And then we went down the river underneath some more rocks. So Trout Hunter, is Trout Hunter copolymer tippet any good? Alright, some ruthless brand bashing. This is the stuff I'm using today, Trout Hunter. It's Evo nylon, tensile strength 4.9 pound, knot strength 4.2. Yeah, I think we're probably quite lucky to get that bugger in actually. But yeah, Trout Hunter, so you've seen the big gark on the bloody tippet. Seems to be alright, just bought another packet of it the other day. And that's probably enough gear, waffle. If you want to know anything else, give us a bell. I'm constantly amazed by this river. Just down here there's an eel, probably about 3.5, 4 foot long, and just up there is about a 4-pound trout. I think they're asleep. The eel's tucked in underneath the bank, just chilling out, and the trout's basically nosed in into some rocks, doing the this is the ostrich thing, you know, head in the sand. If you can't see me, I can't see you deal. Yeah, let's have a look. Old Eely McEel face. There's old eel, he's tucked in there, and we'll just go just upstream, and there's the trout. And there's another one. Jingos, let's go have a look. Bugger. He came across and hit the nymph and then spat it before I could strike. Hilarious. Standing right on the cliff edge, holding on to a bloody bit of monkey scrub with one hand, right on the other. Should have been a good scrap. I imagine both of us would have ended up quite wet. That's all good though. We'll sneak up a bit further and see who else is about. think we might have been a little bit lucky to get that bugger in. As it went into the net, this happened. Oh yes, lovely jubbly. Yeah, good thing it went into the net and didn't do another run, because it would have run off the tip section of the rod. Oh yes, that's what we call a Black Creek. That's a Black Creek special right there. Oh, the big camera's about buggered, eh? Batteries are running low on the angler and the camera. Man, I teabagged that fish off that bank over there and ended up bloody rock climbing round and standing on my tippy toes, and whew. And then this bloody great eel came out and tried to bloody sideswipe me midstream, having a go at my big trout. Far out. What a bloody day, eh? Came up to find that first bugger and then picked up another absolute cracking fat jack. There's another one. Just down there. Should we give it a nudge? We'll give it a nudge. We'll see what happens. I spotted that bugger up the top of the bank there and snuck in behind him. Fired up the dry dropper combo. The stimulator went across his head, and then as the bloody, I probably got about a metre down to the pheasant tail. As the pheasant tail went past, he turned, and I thought that was the take, but he must have been reacting to the line or something. Anyway, I struck and ended up foul hooking him in the outside of the peck fin. Bloody hard scrap getting in a foul hook trout that big, but we've bunged him back in the water and he's away, and we're away too. Bit of a walk to get downstream before the sun disappears, and it's been a bloody good day. 3 trout to the net. We'll count 2 of them though, 2 good 6-pounders and an old mate who ended up getting wing hooked. But yeah, that happens sometimes. Anywho, cheers for your subscriptions and views. Bloody good to have you jokers along, and we hope to have you back on another episode of Black Creek at some stage in the near future, once I edit about 3 or 4 trips worth of footage. Really hard to sit at home on the computer editing footage when there's a good trout like that to go and catch. Rightio, time to diddy mow. Spot you later.